All right. Where you at? We lit. Let's get it. We back live and direct in a place with Young Free. And I got what it take to rock the mic right. You know what it is, man. How was the night? I see y'all active on the Telegram day and night and day. So it appears that you guys really are very serious about this and y'all don't get much sleep. So has it been paying off though? Has the lack of sleep been paying off? Y'all tell me in the chat, drop flames in the chat if the lack of sleep has been paying off. I've been seeing people hit for like 200K, all type of crazy nonsense going on. So y'all actually understand this gap method? Y'all actually understand the difference between the days? Like, are y'all really learning? Are y'all picking this stuff? Are y'all picking it up? What they putting down? Like, what's happening? A couple people just raised their hand. I want to hear, like, are y'all really picking this up? Are y'all really understanding the method of the madness? Because I am looking at it like madness because after I heard all of these different analogies, all these things about loaves of bread, all these things about Vegas days, about, days for the people, I'm just like, yo, listen, this is a crazy thing. And if you can figure this crazy thing out, I'm going to tell you something that I found out. The most people that are successful are the ones that everybody call crazy, right? I used to tell people, damn, like somebody would say, look, man, Mitch, I want to be mentored by you. I'd be like, cool. I'd be like, but how many people telling you that you crazy though? If it ain't much, you probably going with the flow, right? Y'all know that's what my boy, one of my mentors, Hov, Jay-Z, he always talking about you never want to go with the flow. You want to be the flow. Y'all know what that means? When you be the flow, that means you creating the opportunities. The opportunities aren't being created for you. You're coming to the opportunities. You're creating the flow. You're creating the work ethic. You're creating the offers. You're creating the due diligence. You're creating the effort. You're creating the energy. You feel me? We're not waiting for opportunities to come to us. We're going to be the flow. You heard? So, like I said, I'm really picking up what y'all putting down by this effort. Like y'all really are nonstop in the Telegram group. We put extra Zoom links up last night. Vic went and gave y'all even more time. So clearly to be VIP is something quite special. I'm not even gonna lie. So here we go again. I'm gonna ask a couple of y'all to raise your hands, and I want to really hear from y'all. Y'all really picking this stuff up. Who somebody just raised their hand on the app? There we go. I got Eloy right there. Go ahead, brother. Unmute yourself.
Hey, what's up? What's up, everybody? Um, like so far, it has been paying off. The biggest thing that I've been doing personally, I've been like paper betting, so I'm not really like actively putting my money, but I'm taking everything on paper and then I'm keeping track of scores. The biggest thing that I feel like I still need to learn is just kind of like just looking at the slate and then determining right away if it's public or Vegas. So that's part of the part that I'm still working on. But overall, man, great experience, man, and it's been awesome.
Absolutely, absolutely. I love that. Appreciate that.
Yes, sir.
Lee, let me hear what you got to say, Mr. Lee.
What's going on, Big Mitch? So for me, I'm so brand new to this betting game that I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm lost like the Holocaust in this Joker. Like I'm trying to catch up. Like it's I'm putting it together, but everybody seems like they have a little bit of knowledge about it already. And I didn't know what a money line was. I didn't know what the plus or minus. I didn't know what none of that meant. So I'm trying to grab some of the information, doing a little more research on the back end. So when I come back to the Zoom, I'm not completely lost. So I'm a little bit better off today than I was day one. Day one, you guys were speaking hieroglyphics in Greek because that's all I could tell you. But I'm
Look,
enjoying the information though. It's definitely better.
Hey, I'm glad you said that, Lee. I'm glad you said that because some people think that they're making a mistake that all of you guys are already having this type of knowledge, the terminology, but that's what today's lesson is about. We're actually going to go over all of the terms, everything that you need to know to even be able to understand what was going on. That's why it's so good to be able to have all 5 days so you could piece it together as we put it together. All right. So we're going to go over all of the terms, basically the platforms that we use, how to use them, everything that you need to know to be able to level up. Is anybody else lost like Lee? Just be real with me. Come on, you don't got a cap for me. The only way to really get better is to admit that you got an issue. Some of y'all was the ones in class who didn't understand trigonometry. Y'all ain't understand a squared plus b squared equals c squared. And they was like, yo, who want to raise their hand to do the problem? You was like the last one to answer because you know that you ain't want to look crazy. So now, don't worry. I'm all about this. practice makes progress. A lot of y'all think practice makes perfect, but as much as you practice, the more you practice, the more progress you get. You can't make progress if you act like you already know it all. Y'all remember what I said to y'all on day one? You got to remember that you don't know shit, and that's okay. But if you try to act like you do, guess what you're going to get out of this challenge? Nothing. You're not going to be able to know what you're doing when you leave. You're going to be the same way you came in. So I'm glad that y'all said that y'all was lost so we can make sure we take the time to break it down in a way where everybody understands it. Feel me? I like that. I appreciate that, Lee, for real. Okay, cool. So we're going to go right to Brandon Stern.
What's going on, everyone? I think I really have a solid grasp of everything so far. I know when I put in the slate breakdown, Vic said I was on point about it. I've been on all the late night Zooms. I've been reviewing my notes every night, going over the videos. So far, I definitely have a good grasp of it. Day one, I would say I was a little confused. I had like a basic understanding of betting and all that, but all the terms that he was using in the money lines and everything, I was kind of lost on. But I just kind of went back in my notes. I watched all the videos several times. I was in those late night Zooms, and I've had a way better understanding of everything.
Absolutely. I think the extra Zooms helped a lot of y'all too as well. So while he was breaking it all the way down. And sometimes, you know, it gets to a standpoint where, you know, especially when you're an educator, because y'all got to know, normally Vic doesn't do no classes or no coaching. Y'all know that, right? He's doing this specifically for y'all. He really just do it. And he's so good at it that he just literally just be like, look, y'all could take the same bets as me. You know what I'm saying? But now we at a standpoint where he's actually looking for a protege. He's actually looking for people to take under his wing because he's seeing how it's changing his life, and he wants to help y'all change our lives as well in reality. So I'm glad you said that, bro, and I appreciate that testament as well. What about you, Justin Lake, Lakayo?
Yeah, Mitch. Man, even though I was betting before, but you just gave me the mindset like I don't know shit, so I just act like I ain't know nothing. But the lesson really, like I called people from like I know that I was betting with when I started betting, and no lie, this course really changed my life and made me a way better, like a better sports better. Because yesterday I was looking at the lines and I'm like, oh, now this line is dropping now. I'm like, oh, now this is a Vegas game. This is a public game. Like, why is the line dropping? Oh, I'm gonna stay away from this game. And yesterday, my man was talking to me about the Dodgers game, and I was like, nah, I'm staying away from the Dodgers. That's a Vegas trap game. Because I felt the last game yesterday was a slot, and the Dodgers lost 8-4. He was like, nah, you picking up some knowledge. He said, I should have invested in that course. And I was like, yeah, you should have, bro. Like, but this right here is like the gap method, everything. I study all my notes. Even though I haven't been on late night Zoom calls, because I do work a 9 to 5 throughout the day. Well, a 5 to 10, so I can't be really much, but I wish I was into more of the Zoom calls and everything because I could stay up. But yeah, this knowledge is unbelievable, man.
Oh, that's great. I'm glad you feel that way. And again, the biggest thing I learned from Vic is that you're not supposed to bet with your heart. You know what I'm saying?
At all.
And once you realize that part, I think that separates and that helps a lot of his strategies come into play. Because a lot of people that we know, we bet with our heart. We like, look, this team is better.
Yep.
That's it. This team is better. I think they should win. They got the better players on the floor, on the court, on the field. They should win. But it's not that simple. And then there's no way that Vic can be so accurate if it's not true. Because we can see teams that are literally never supposed to even be in the equation, and they will smack a team that's way better.
Like the Dodgers game yesterday. Clayton Kershaw on the mound yesterday. The best pitcher lost the game 8-4. I was like, wow. And
that's crazy. So, but yeah, I'm glad you said that, bro. I appreciate that testament as well, man. And I can see the growth in everybody, and I see some of y'all getting a lot more comfortable. So I like what the other guy said. He was saying he's doing paper bets right now, just practicing. That's important because once you get really, really good at your strategy and you actually picking the winners over and over again, now you know you're ready to go ahead and put some cheese behind it, and you're gonna be able to make it make sense with no problem. Practice makes progress. I'm telling y'all. Don't worry about being perfect. Like he said, Steph Curry missed shots too. But as long as you are accurate and you know what you're doing, you're going into it with a strategy, with a plan. Do not be one of them people who just, like I said, betting with your heart. That's the most important part. So I'm glad y'all learned that. Somebody looks like it says go Chris. Let me hear that. Let me see who that my boy is. What you
What
got
up,
going?
Chris? Yeah, I've been slowly but surely learning it. You know, Rome wasn't built in a day. But I do got a question. I don't know if everybody else thinking this. Well, he showed us how to do like other sports when it comes, like NFL.
Oh, will he do other sports other than baseball?
Yeah. Will he show us how to do like NFL when it's that time?
Okay, we're gonna jot that down. We're gonna run it past him. I think he pretty much go with the season. So I'm sure he will
Okay.
tap into some of the other sports as well. But I'll make sure I run it by him so it can make sense for everybody. And the cool thing about what Vic is doing, he's trying to, the reason why he's even moving at the pace he's moving is he's trying to get y'all to be able to learn his 3 years worth of knowledge in 5 days. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's a task. He's really, that's why, look, so let me tell you how impactful it is for him and how much he wants y'all to win. That's why he's staying up late on the chat with y'all, going crazy, throwing y'all in the extra Zooms, because he really, really, y'all know the difference, right? Y'all know when it's some BS. He like, all right, y'all heard me. Y'all take them strategies, go home. He's staying in there with y'all all day and night, making sure y'all figure out and go through the lines with him as he does it. There's nobody going to do that for y'all. So I'm gonna make sure I tap in with him so he can go over a couple more strategies. But it's all gonna make sense what we talk about tonight. I promise y'all. We putting the perfect puzzle together for y'all to figure everything out. All right. So
All right.
appreciate that estimate too, Brody. Let me get Dr. Credit.
What's going on, fam?
What's the deal?
Hey, man, it's good to actually connect with you and everybody else here, man. One thing about me is that I was taking Vic's single bets a lot, just being in the sports betting chat that he had. And, you know, I already come, fortunately for me, from generating a lot of money. I have several businesses. So I was just taking his initial singles and making money off it before this actually challenge came about. What I like about this challenge is that now I'm learning how to make the picks myself. Especially understanding, okay, there's a Vegas day and public day, because I was looking at things from a public individual before I actually got with Vic. So now to understand the philosophy that, okay, it can be a Vegas day, but it can be a public actually pick, or it can be actually a public day with a Vegas pick, and understand the difference in between the two, that's great. It ain't even halfway through the day, and I didn't put all my stuff in my picks, and I'm already up $2,800. That's
Ain't
fucking
that crazy?
insane. Yeah,
Ain't
that's
that
just off of just not the knowledge, because again, I'm used to slamming, you know, certain amounts like $3,000-$4,000 on single picks. But the interesting thing about it is I've never took the time to actually learn and study lines. And now
Right.
what I do, instead of actually watching the game, I don't even watch, like, you know how you can go to your Bovada or FanDuel and you can see the game. I just look at the lines. I just watch it like, yo, I can see like if it's a strike, if they hit something, I can see already where the game is actually at. So for example, you know, if you hedge something, the great thing about it is that you know for a fact that you're going to win on your hedge when it comes to the end. Or if you do the point system, when you know you get the spread, you know it's going to be good too as well. So I'm just grateful for what you guys are doing. You know, glad that we can connect with like-minded people here, man. And I appreciate you, most importantly here, King, for hosting this and keeping everybody actually down, keeping everybody motivated. I believe that having the right teammates is actually great. I applaud you for that, and I look forward to getting with all you guys in the future, man. And I'm out.
Oh, yeah,
Peace.
appreciate that. Love. Hey, bro, it's like learning another language right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Literally, like and it's so crazy. We're victims of what we don't know. Everybody's a victim of what we don't know. So just imagine, like, even past before I'm figuring out that clearly it's rigged. Clearly these games are rigged. Clearly there's a way that you can predict these things. Clearly there's no one who will make a business around the fact that a whole bunch of people will bet one way, would not let these people just be able to come up crazy off of the good teams. It's like it will be too simple. There will be no reason to start a whole company behind this if I can just bet on the best teams.
Right,
you feel me?
up.
Okay, LeBron's over here. They're the better team. They're going against the Pistons. They're trash. They got all rookies. They're on a rebuilding year. Houston Rockets, rebuilding year. You know what I'm saying? They should be getting stacked by 40. But you can't just do that. You know what I'm saying? It's like a whole nother language. And I just appreciate the way that everything's folding out. So it's like learning a new language. So I appreciate that too, bro. And I'm glad y'all here. And again, this is an OQP situation. Like I told y'all, it's only quality people. Everybody here is very dedicated to what's going on. Everybody's been up in the Telegram. Everybody's been staying up late. Everybody's been staying engaged, supporting each other. Now I seen it was a slow start. Now when somebody wins somebody get an iPad, everybody like, yo, I see you. But that's the difference, man. When you're around people who celebrate your moves, who actually champion you, your mindset changes dramatically. When you're around people who pull from you, draining you, your mindset changes dramatically. A lot of things, like, you really believe you can do things based off of the people that's around you. Y'all know that? Do y'all know that you really believe that you can do things, that there are certain things that are more possible now because of the people you hang around? If I'm around people like this, let's just talk about like this. If every single guy in my circle, let's say I got 6 friends, all of them got 850 credit scores, right? Let's say my credit's not that good, but all my homies got 850 credit scores. Do you think I would believe more that I'll be able to get my credit score there around those guys, or around people who got 600 credit scores?
Absolutely.
You feel me? Like,
That's
it's
it, man.
really the reality. This is the real world. And once you figure out this osmosis play that I'm telling y'all about being around the right circle and being around the right energy, it'll change your whole entire life. I started hanging around with people who were coming back from where I'm trying to go, and I promise y'all, I started closing that gap so quick. So quick. I'm talking about 850 credit score. I'm like, damn, I got my first mansion. I'm like, damn, I got my first like Rolls Royce Cullinan. I'm like, damn, I'm about to get a helicopter finance. Like, it's just like, I would never have ever thought I could do that ever in life.
That's what's
You know
up,
what I'm saying?
man.
It was not the goal. It just is here now, because now I believe it's something that I can actually do. I'm around people who do that, and it's like, okay, yeah, that's normal. But you know, if the normal to you is food stamps, the normal to you is unemployment, guess what? That's going to be easy for you to get them food stamps. You're going to know how to get that max too. You're going to know exactly what to say on the application to get the most food stamps. You're going to know exactly what you got to say to get that back pay on that unemployment. You're going to know exactly how to go overdraw on that debit card and say credit when you at the gas station and fill your whole tank up. If that's around you, you're going to know all of those hacks. And everybody who know that trick right there, y'all know y'all from where I'm from. But it's some people on here don't know what the hell I'm talking about. You know why? Because they got a different level of energy around it. Cool. But if you really are worried about where your life is going to be and you want to pick where it's going to be at, all you got to do is surround yourself around people coming back from where you're trying to go. It'll change this quick. If I'm trying to bet like Vic, I'm going to hang around Vic. I ain't even going to try to reinvent the wheel. I'm not starting over from scratch. I'm not about to be pulling out my notepad doing 3 years in the dungeon. I'm like, look, Vic, teach me about this play right here. Look, what's the difference between a Vegas day, dog? Because I gotta realize what the hell is going on. Just show me what it is. He could just show me. And then because he's confident in it, I'm going to be confident because he believes that it's true. Now, if I'm just doing it by myself, I'm going to just be like, I don't know, bro. I don't know about these games. Nah, trust me, bro. I've been doing this for 3 years. Bet on this game. This is why you should bet on it, and watch what happens. And then we watch it, and I'm like, you know what? I'm confident now. Now I'm going to go try it myself. And then I look up, and I'm just like you, $2,800 today, no problem. You feel what I'm saying? So this is the real way that y'all can level up and move up. So I appreciate that testament, bro, Dr. Credit. This is about to be real. You feel me? All right, cool. So let me get one more. Brian, I see Brian got his hand raised. I'm gonna challenge you to show us your homework too, though. I'm gonna challenge you to show us your homework because we had to go to the 21st, break down them Vegas days. You know what I'm saying? And make it make sense. I want to see your homework, my boy. I want you to break it down for us real quick. I'm challenging.
Man. All right, that was for the 21st.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's see. I can really show you guys. But for the first game at 12:10 for me, because I'm Eastern Standard Time, I had that's the Vegas slot. So that was the Orioles and the Rays, Blue Jays and Marlins. I know we were kind of going based on picks, and with that being said, I just kind of made some randomness. Obviously, it will change depending upon the day before. I said Orioles will cover, Blue Jays will cover. And then for that following, then it went to the public zone. So Rockies, Reds, Cubs, Pirates, Royals, Tigers, Backs and Brewers, Mets, Astros, Cardinals, Nationals. They were all in the public zone. I had the Reds winning, Pirates to cover, Tigers to cover or to win, Brewers cover, Astros win, and then Nationals cover. Then
Oh,
after that,
so
Vegas soon.
hold on. Let's stop right there. Stop right there. So the challenge was to see if he actually did his homework first. Second thing, he added on him and made his picks already. This is what makes this dope is not only is he actually executing, and y'all gonna see the difference between people who execute and the people who don't. People who are okay making themselves look or feel away, but actually doing the right work. And then you see it's a compound effect. So Brian, I appreciate you even reading that homework out loud, actually making picks on top of actually finding out what type of game it was. I appreciate that. That was really dope. But I felt like you had a question you had a statement you wanted to say before I asked you to show the homework.
Well, I know you were giving the testimonies and things like that for, what has been, received from this challenge. And the one thing I don't know if Vic's on here yet or not, but I have to give him credit because I've been looking into sports betting for a couple of years now. I have my couple friends that were into it, and I was like, all right, let me learn it. Let me figure this out. All the cappers on Instagram and other platforms, they all have courses. But what I've noticed is they all have a common trend as well. They never teach an actual strategy because they don't want competition. And Vic doesn't care about that. And I respect that. He's actually telling something that not only is way more overvalued than what this costs, but it's actually something that works. And it's kind of shocking because you're like, oh yeah, this guy's going to tell me how to be better than him. Like that doesn't even make sense, but that's what makes him a true leader. So, I got to give him credit for that.
Strong. That's powerful. Yo, everybody drop flames in the chat for that testimony right there. That was powerful, bro. I appreciate that for sure. And I know Vic appreciates that as well. And what's cool about what you just said is a few things. That competition piece, right? We worry about people who can compete with us, so we don't really give them game, right? Or we worry about other people oversaturating something that we're doing. When the truth is that there's no such thing as oversaturation. It's a myth. It's something that was created to put fear on other people to make them not want to go try things. Because the thing about oversaturation is people worry about oversaturation in a particular industry, in a particular market, whatever the case may be, when there's no two yous in the world. You're the only you. So the way you talk is not the way that I talk. The way that you even think is not the way that I think. You think the way that you think. We speak differently. We can be in the same industry, in the same town, damn near with the same type of business, and people are going to mess with me over you because of who I am. And people are going to mess with you over me because of who you are. So as long as we understand that McDonald's is not worried about Wendy's, Wendy's is not worried about Burger King, Burger King don't give a damn about Chick-fil-A, Chick-fil-A don't care about Dunkin' Donuts, we can still always understand that there's so many ways that we can make money, so much is infinite amounts of space for all of us to eat, especially when it comes to this betting. And that's why I like, even just think about this, what Vic told y'all. Vic even said, he's like, look, I'm not telling you to quit your job. I'm just saying on top of what you're already doing, imagine adding this many per week. Just say, look, I just got to do this much. That's why he keeps talking about no matter what, if I felt confident on the bet or not, I still take the same risk. I don't overbet. I bet exactly what I have to bet. Like I don't have to try to increase how much I'm going to put down because I feel like I'm really going to win this time. No, I got my same risk management. And that's the thing that we really have to master is understanding like, look, I know I'm good at making picks. I know I'm good at strategizing, but look, don't overdo it just because the strategy, you're confident in the strategy. Just make sure you do the same risk management every time you make a bet. And if you keep making them singles, it's just like making a layup. Y'all know, if y'all know about basketball, the layup is the easiest, highest percentage shot you can take on the basketball court. People don't like layups, right? When people see a dunk, somebody see a dunk, they be like, oh, that's so dope. But it's 2 points. I just want the same 2 points over and over again. It don't got to look pretty. It can be a struggle. That means it can be one that went over to overtime. As long as I get the same 2 points, I'm good. But as you start to have your bankroll management in order, you start to make more money, the amount that you get to bet is going to be more naturally because now you've increased how much you've been making. That's the name of the game. So don't be the person who follows the rabbit. You know what I'm saying? That's the worst thing that I've seen in betting, that people will get a little bit of skill, get a little bit of fortune, and then guess what happens? They start to bite the rabbit, and then they wonder why they're not in a position that's better now. But what you said was important, Brian. I know Vic is going to like what you just said. I'm going to make sure he sees the testimony that you gave him because that was ill, but he just got on here as well. So I'm about to give him the floor. so he can go ahead and answer a couple more questions. So let me go ahead and introduce Vic. Make sure y'all take yourselves off mute. Y'all know he likes to be welcome as the GOAT. Do my man a favor and give him his just due. Let's go. Everybody off mute. Let's do.
Yes,
Go
sir.
Vic,
Go
go
Vic.
Vic.
Let's go.
Go Vic, man.
Good flight, dog. You had a good flight, baby. You know
Good flight.
what I'm saying? First class, baby. First
First
class,
class.
dog.
Right.
Hey.
1,000.
First class.
Champagne, milk and
Delta, Delta, what's up with that Delta?
Yo, that's the
Oh, Spirit.
Tell the pilot,
motherfucking word. It's
tell the
the
pilot I said what's up.
motherfucking go.
First class seat.
Yes.
Shout out to Rosa. Front of the plane, always. Don't play around with that. So first and foremost, I appreciate y'all for bearing with the delays. My flight was set back 2 hours, but we still made it. Just got to the hotel, just checked in, but shit. What's not gonna stop is that money. We've been making money all day. Plane, no plane, delay, no delay, walking to Atlanta, flying to Atlanta, whatever we gotta do, the money gonna be printed. So drop a one in the chat if you made some money today or you learned something that's gonna help you make money tomorrow. And let me hear some of y'all favorite picks that y'all witnessed in front of you today.
The Astros on the
It had
spread.
to be the Diamondbacks. The Rays and the Diamondbacks.
Yeah,
Diamondbacks and Rays.
Diamondbacks.
Y'all seen them put that game on ice? They said leave it there.
They said what?
Bro, I could not believe that, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro.
I was better than that too. I bet when it was 11, I'm like, yeah, let me go down to 9. I took it at 9 plus 200.
Hey man, they put that game on ice. We was in that bitch chilly. I'm like, shit, this game about to be boring. And then they want to pump fake and make it look like the game is still a game by filling up the bases and getting struck out just to give the fans in the stadium something to look at. But I'm like, nah, the game's on ice. Otherwise, that line would have been twerking up and down, but it wasn't. Anyways, I'm here to answer y'all's questions. Today, we're going to pull it back a little bit. I'm going to teach y'all some of the nitty gritty details, and we're going to kind of start with the basics because you can't build a home without a foundation. So I already gave y'all the materials to build the home, but now we got to lay the foundation. Now we got to lay the concrete because if I give y'all too much sauce and y'all go out trying to build and a hurricane come in and wipe out your whole account, you're going to be like, damn, I had no foundation. So right now we're going to lay the foundation. So I gave you other materials already, like I said. So we're going to get the important shit out the way. Does that make sense? Drop a one in the chat if you're cool with the foundation being laid today. This is also going to be beneficial to a lot of my rookies who are just now joining us, or the people that have been lost for the past couple of days. At least you take notes so you get caught up. So you already have the materials. You have the materials on back order, but now I'm about to lay the foundation so that whenever your materials come in or whenever you start to understand the knowledge, then you can apply it with your foundation in hand. All right, cool. Let's get it. Raise your hand if you have a question.
Let's go, Seth.
So my question is, you haven't gone over it yet, but it's really like the chat when you drop like a first half type of spread. How do you still implement the same Vegas and public day? Like, how do you come up with that?
Honestly, I don't drop them for a reason. It's because they're kind of hard to predict. That's why you'll see someone like Remus dropping those.
Got it. Okay, appreciate it.
Yep.
Okay, bet. Let's go with Blase Blah.
What's going on, man? Hey, Vic, man.
What up?
Yeah, you doing your thing, man. I wanted to know, do you implement anything different? I think somebody asked it earlier in regards to like spreads with the NBA and NFL. Is there any other strategy outside what you're teaching us now as far as the days, the zones? Is there anything particular, any sauce, anything different that you add? Because you know the NFL gives you 7s and 3s, and sometimes the NBA spreads are different compared to baseball. Is there anything?
I've only given y'all 10% of what I know.
Only 10.
So it's gonna be a wild ride, my brother.
That's what I was waiting for the bar. All right.
Yep.
All right.
Yep. We're gonna be locked in for the long run.
I hear you. All right. I appreciate that.
Okay, bet. Let's go with Mitch Bailey.
Yo, what's up, Vic?
So this is more of like a specific, I guess, pick for tonight. I just kind of want to get how you would go about this, right? So with the White Sox Dodgers game, I have it being a public spot, right? Now, would you evaluate it like if it's a public spot, and would you look at yesterday's game and say, okay, the White Sox obviously won the game 8-4. Would you look at it like the Dodgers are the way better team standing wise? As a public person, you're saying the Dodgers are definitely going to win tonight, or would you view it as a public pick as like the White Sox won at plus 200 odds and they beat Kershaw, the best Dodgers pitcher? The White Sox are for sure covering tonight.
Okay, so now when you have a question about what to rely on, whether it's the previous game result or the actual standings of the team, regardless of what happened yesterday, that's when you go check the action app and see where the money is. So all the money is on the White Sox to cover again, then you can assume that that is where the public pick is going to be pulled from, because where are they getting that information from? That information came from yesterday.
Okay.
Right.
Beautiful. Thanks, boss.
Yep.
Let's go with Shamir.
My question is, right? So you know how it's Vegas Day and public days. So if it's like so say like it's a Super Bowl or like big events, right? Do you still apply that the same way? Like it's going to be a Vegas Day, it's going to be a public day?
Absolutely not. Absolutely
that's
not.
what I was thinking.
Everything is going to change based on that public event. So you either sit out or you bet the public event.
Got you. All right. Thanks.
Okay, bet. Let's go with Fula.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. How y'all doing today?
What up?
Say, Vic, real quick, as far as landmines, avoiding landmines, I was trying to look at the slate today. I couldn't really find anything that stood out to where I was like, you know what, I don't know, or a question is like, was there anything that you saw maybe in particular that I could go back and look at that was like, you know what, I'm gonna avoid this game. This is a landmine.
The games that we saw that were landmines were the Blue Jays with the Orioles, and that definitely went south. Obviously, we had a lot of people who believed that the Blue Jays would cover. But like I said, I didn't like the pick enough to drop it. So I said, don't be surprised if they don't, or they give you a big trap at the end of the game, which they did verbatim, like 5 seconds after I said it, they trapped. Another game was the Guardians and Padres. I liked them to cover, but I didn't like it enough to put them in the chat. And then another game is the Tigers and Twins. I'm not sure if you guys are keeping up with that right now. We initially thought the Tigers would be able to cover, and now they're down 1-4 in the second inning. There's a lot of game left, but like I said, you don't want to put yourself through stressful games. So Diamondbacks, Rays, and Astros, those are like my 3 favorite, and that's what made it to the chat. And so far, we're so good.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
Okay. Triple I Gems.
Yo, what's up, Vic?
What up?
My question is, what does IOU stand for?
IOU is IOU. Like IOU. Like yeah.
I got you.
Yep.
Appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Mr. Patel.
Yo, Vic. So I saw, there was 2 games on this slate that weren't like previous matchups from the day before, Tigers, Twins, Rockies, Braves. What's your thought process on like 2 new teams playing each other? Like how'd you go about looking at those?
Looking at the last time they did play, and then looking at who's pitching, and then looking at their standings. That's how I would decipher whether it's going to be a trap or whether it's going to be just regular play on.
Okay, so that's like a different set of rules compared to like the 3. Okay, got you.
There's so many different things. Like every play has an audible. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So not everything applies to the same rules or same scenarios. So I'm going to teach you guys how to be able to call those audibles and apply to different situations.
Got it.
Let's go with Brian again.
Hey, Vic, how's it going, man?
What up?
So my question for you is, when is the best time to place a bet to where you get the most optimal odds, and you can also tell what the story is by the time you place it?
Either halfway through the game or right before the game.
So right before the game.
So a good example of a halfway through the game was when the game went on ice, when we had that 5-4 Crystal, which is what they wanted. We had the Diamondbacks in the cover position, but not getting the win. And I feel like that's what Vegas wanted. So they were like, all right, don't fuck it up, leave it alone. So calling that live under, that would be something that you call in the middle of the game, not right before, because you don't know when they're going to get that crystal. Another thing about calling games right before is you're able to see the final line movements before the game begins. So you'll know if it's in your favor and know if it's against it.
All right, perfect. Thank you.
Yep.
Let's go with Darius.
Hey, what's up, Vic? It's Devil.
Yo.
My question is on that June 21st schedule, I kind of wanted to know where the certain terms that you use, like the bridge and the gap, I kind of want to know on the schedule, when is that happening? Because there's like a couple of a 12-10 game and a couple of 110 games, and then there's a 305. There's a 2-hour difference there, and then it jumps to 540. So are those is that a double bridge between that
everything within the 9 to 5 schedule is one section.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yep.
Okay, let's go, Kevin Lewis.
Yo, what up, Vic?
Yo.
My question is, how do you go about creating like a solid parlay with your picks?
A solid parlay is a little bit like what we did. Were you on the call last night?
Yeah. No, the late call?
Yeah.
No, I wasn't.
Okay, so what we did was we deciphered the schedule, which is always my first step to figure out what is what. And then we go through every single possibility, every single scenario that would create the lines to make them look the way they do. And once we have something that has no question, it becomes a lock. So it's basically like an incubator, a lock incubator, if that makes more sense. The things that came out of that incubator were the Astros spread because of the gap method yesterday, the Rays money line because they won yesterday and they were in a public slot. And then we also had the Diamondbacks because they covered yesterday and they were the better team and they were tucked as the underdog. So we took all of those and put them on a parlay last night. So if you were on the call, you did get that 3-leg parlay, and that is how I build my parlays.
All right, copy. Appreciate it.
Okay, let's go with Josh.
What's up, Vic? So I got two quick questions. I got a pretty good grasp on this. So I was just wondering, does that mean since we only know 10%, are you going to be having another summit for some other sports down the line?
It's just awkward that this happened while everything was ending. You know what I mean? I didn't really plan it to be like that. But like I said, baseball money pays just as good as NBA money. So if you're eating on baseball all summer, then shit, who really cares?
Yeah. Okay. And then the next, I'm just trying to see what are your plans for next? Like, you trying to open up and be a broker or a bookie or something like that, or have your own books?
I think having my own book would be very counterproductive. I would be broke.
Yeah,
I'm giving out bangers.
What about like a brokerage or something for Forex or something like that?
I don't know. I have to build it. Quick break. I believe the Rockies are going to win this game. Right now they're at plus 300. I've been staring at the line since I sat down. They were at plus 400 and they slid all the way down to plus 265 with nothing happening. I think the Rockies win this game. The reason why I think so is because it looks like the Twins are going to cover, but we haven't had an underdog upset today, a true underdog upset today. I believe that's going to be the underdog upset.
I'm on that Rocky spread.
Shit, the spread is great. Spread's already in the chat. I'm trying to get y'all some roast food.
It just jumped up.
It came all the way down from plus 400, so that 10% is nothing.
All right.
Let's take a road
trip. All right. Did you add another question, Josh?
No, that was it. Thanks.
All right, cool. Let's go with official CJ's Entertainment.
What's good, Vic? My question, I got two questions for you. I'm gonna get this out the way now, so I don't start no drama in the chat. Are you gonna have another live stream later on?
Tonight?
Yeah.
I'm tapped out.
Okay. All right. Well,
I'm
I'm
tapped out.
gonna
I slept
stay
for like
awake
3
just
hours
in
last
case.
night.
And
I'm ready to
then
go to sleep.
I'm still like hella confused on the whole public in Vegas thing. I know that it has a lot to do with time frames. But if you could really just break it down, just like as easy as you could break it down, what would you like for me to take notes? What would you say is the best thing to write down?
Okay. Right. Are you ready to write?
Yeah.
Monday, right? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Write that out. Or MTW, like, just
yeah.
Get it out. Let me know when you're done.
Done.
Under Monday, put a P.
Okay.
Tuesday, put a V.
Okay.
Wednesday, put PV.
Oh yeah, that's half and half.
Thursday, put V.
V. Okay.
Friday, put P.
P.
Saturday, Sunday, VV.
VV. All right.
That's your framework. Study that.
Okay, and then sorry, I have one more question. When you're looking at baseball, because I don't watch baseball at all either. I'm more of a boxing and football and basketball guy. Would like what stats should I be looking at? Because I know the pitcher's like real important. What stats should I be looking at for the pitcher?
For baseball, you want to look at the team record, how they performed their prior game, and how good the pitcher is.
What stats should I be looking at because I know y'all were saying like EP something or something like that.
ERA. Yep.
All right, thank you.
Yep.
Let's go with Ocean Boy J.
What's up, Vic? What's up, Mitch?
What up?
It's your Roach over here, All right, but before I ask my question, I just want to say thank you guys. And I just want to let you guys know that not only I appreciate you guys setting this up, but I appreciate the whole community that you guys build because, I'm not going to be by myself cracking these like late night hours, you feel me? But my question is...
the Braves are hooping. Sorry.
So my question is, can you explain the spam method? I heard it before, but I didn't get clear notes of it.
It's just a confirmation. So when you have an answer to a game where you're like, okay, this is going to be the one, you want to look at the game that happened before and maybe check and see if, okay, these other 3 games the underdog covered, the one that I think the underdog is going to cover is going to be the 4th one in line. So something might be wrong.
Okay. So
you just want to check the previous slate and make sure that there's not a consistency going on.
For sure.
That's it.
Appreciate you, man.
Let's go with Fula.
Sorry, I got one more question, Vic. I know yesterday and today also there's concerns about what happens after the 5 days. Maybe I can just suggest something and you can just say yay or nay to. But maybe as a group, I know you're coming out with your picks every day. So maybe as a group, is it possible that we can start working together on our own, come up with like a consensus? Every day as you put out your picks to the regular group, we can kind of see if we're kind of on the same page. Does that make sense?
We'll be able to work something out.
Okay. All right, I'm done.
It's funny. Mitch Bailey.
Hey again, Vic. So I got 2 quick things for you. Just for clarification for myself, Wednesdays are obviously the mixed days, right? And you said on mixed days, usually the first half is always public, right? So that first slate's going to be Vegas, right? So it's Vegas. Second slate's going to go public, right? And then you get halftime. You're going to have Vegas. And then is that last slate, like, is the first and last in a mixed day the same, or are they inverse because that second half went to Vegas? Would that last slice be public?
Anytime you draw a line, there's a change.
Okay, so they would change then. Perfect. Okay, and then my second question, with the gap method, does the gap method only work when the odds are super high, like when they're minus 270 and then they win, but they only win by 1?
No.
Okay, so it would be the same thing if, say, they were minus 145, right? And then they won the game 3-2, and then the next day they were minus 120. The gap method would still work there?
Yep.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Let's go to general admission. Vic, you ready to rock out?
Rock out.
Get it.
Okay, cool. Okay, cool. We got the squad pulling up, making sure everybody is locked in, boxed in, and running up these racks. So first and foremost, I do want to say thank you to you guys for spending your evenings here. Whether it's inconvenient or whether it fits perfectly in your schedule, either way, I am highly appreciative. It's not only just me and Mitch that are putting this together. We have a lot of people on the back end that are making sure that you guys' experience is well worth your $297 or your $97, depending on what you paid. But drop one in the chat if you feel like the information you've received so far is worth it. Okay, cool. So we want to make it a lot more worth it. I'm going to talk about that a little bit more towards the end. But today we're going to go back to basics. So right in the chat, back to basics. Because without the foundation, your crib not going to last long. Back to basics. Okay, cool. So step 1, understanding sports betting as a whole. The reason why sports betting even exists to begin with is because back in 249 BC, thousands of years ago, people were betting on fights, like Roman Colosseum fight to the death. But instead of betting money, you're betting, I'll give you 10 chickens if XYZ wins against this guy. Or I'll give you 5 cows if he knocks his head in. Like, there's so many ways that people bet on sports, and it's just been evolving over the last few hundred years. The reason why all of us are able to now bet on sports is because it went mainstream and they created things called sports books. So sports books are websites like Bovada, FanDuel, DraftKings, all these things that you guys have been using and utilizing for the last couple months that you guys have been in the chat. Can somebody tell me another example of a sports book that I did not name?
Caesars, MGM,
Pinnacle, DraftKings,
Bet365.
Okay, cool. We got some. So that just tells you that there's a lot. There's several options. I'm sure like the average bettor or the new bettor is going to see all the options and be like, wow, which one do I do? So my rule of thumb is pick one that makes the most sense for you based on how it looks, based on how it works. And you also have to make sure that you're fitting within your state legalities, because it is illegal on a federal level, but every state has their own say in whether or not they want to allow sports betting. That's why you get some people in Georgia or some people in Cali that are like, hey, I'm not sure if it's legal here. All you have to do, the information is online. All you have to do is look up what state you live in and then figure out what sports books work in your state. So can somebody tell me some of the states that they're living in now? What states do we got?
California,
Texas,
California,
Arizona,
Oregon,
sports books,
Canada,
Man.
in California. So sports books that work in California. It says Bovada works. It says Bet Online works. It says MyBookie works. It says MyStake works. Can somebody from California confirm?
Yeah, Bovada works.
Bovada works.
Yeah, mine's work.
Okay, cool, perfect. So it's as easy as that to figure out what sports book you can use, not the one you should use. Now, to figure out what you should use, you want to definitely go on these websites and do some research. You want to do some investigations. You want to go on YouTube and look up MyBookie and be like, MyBookie scam, or Bovada scam, or Bovada easy to use, or Bovada withdraw, Bovada deposit. So you want to make sure that you're not putting your money into a black hole, because there are a lot of companies that just start books and then run off of people's money. Yeah, they don't have the clout or the fame or the notoriety that a lot of these other books do. But if you end up in a rabbit hole and you're on page 6 of Google and that's the one that works for you, that might be your homeboy down the street who just created their website yesterday. So that's why I always say to do your research on whatever book you're trying to use to make sure that you're not getting caught in a spider web and you lose your money to some random guy who actually has no money to offer you.
Another thing, we talked about deposits and withdrawals. So how are you guys making your deposits and withdrawals? And has anybody ran into any issues making your deposits and withdrawals?
I just use my bank
Coinbase
or PayPal.
I use
I usually
credit card.
using my debit card, and yesterday, like it just wouldn't go through, and I ended up getting locked out of Bovada, like being able to deposit at all for 24 hours.
Okay.
So I missed everything today.
Okay, I have a fix. I have a fix for you guys. So I want everyone to go download the app Bit Wallet, BIT Wallet right now. Write it down or download it after the call, BIT Wallet. So I'm sure a lot of you have heard about crypto and Bitcoin, but I'm also sure that a lot of you don't necessarily indulge in crypto and Bitcoin activities. And there's nothing wrong with that. But what I will say is Bit Wallet is probably the best resource you can use to get your money in and out of sports books. The reason why is because I'm sure you guys have ran into issues where you're trying to deposit or withdraw your money, and Bovada gives you an error that says something along the lines of, this address has been used before. I need a new address.
Yep.
Has anybody had that issue before?
Yes.
Yeah.
Had to pull up brand new address.
Okay. So what BitWallet does is it's going to save your ass. BitWallet allows you to have one general ledger where you have all of your money and then generate up to 15 addresses at a time at the push of a button. But they all go to the same place. So all you have to do is download BitWallet, and it's a ledger that is not attached to anything. You don't need to connect a Coinbase. It's just a ledger. It's a ledger that holds your funds. I've held $100, $200, $300,000 in there at a time with no issue. And I'm able to transport it in and out of Bovada or in and out of Coinbase if I'm ready to cash out and pay myself. I think the best part about that is that you are given the opportunity to basically make very quick withdrawals and very quick deposits without getting stuck with error messages and things like that. We're going to take a quick break. I know I told y'all that the Rockies were going to win. It looks like that might not be the game, but if you want to hedge, the Tigers are down 1-4 and they're plus 275 now. So I believe Vegas was trying to just swing us and make us pay attention to the Rockies and then run off with the Braves. But now it looks like the Tigers may have something. I feel very confident in one of these underdogs winning the game. So if you got plus 275 from the Rockies and plus 275 from the Tigers, and you bet the exact same amount, you should be profitable. So just a quick break. If you want to go sprinkle some money on the Tigers, I believe one of these underdogs are going to win. But anyways, while y'all are doing that, BitWallet is probably one of the best tools that I have been using to be able to pull out large sums of money. And that honestly takes away the issue of asking people to help them with their withdrawals or waiting for me to need a cash out and the Tigers just scored, or for waiting for me to get a cash out and help you get your money out. So you'll be pretty much financially independent when it comes to deposits and withdrawals. Does anybody have any questions about BitWallet?
Gold emblem or the black and white one?
I believe it is a gold and blue.
Gold and blue? Okay, perfect. Yeah.
The gold with
a
like
bunch
a
of them
light
popped
blue,
up,
like a
so
light-
just wanted to be sure. Appreciate it.
Okay, cool. Yeah, make sure y'all get the right one. I don't want y'all losing y'all money to your homeboy from down the street.
For sure. One more question.
Go
So from BitWallet, you go to Coinbase. How do you spend it from there? Do you go to your personal because it will hit and you text on it, or you do some other way?
So you withdraw the money to your BitWallet while you're using those new addresses. You can watch like a 2-minute YouTube video to figure out how to use BitWallet. And then from there, you would hit pay in the top right. Pay is like send. So you're going to pay your Coinbase from your BitWallet. And that's when the money is going to get transferred to your Coinbase. And your Coinbase should be already linked to your bank account if you have one. And then you'll be able to sell on the exchange, turn it into USD, then withdraw the USD into your bank account.
So also one more thing with that is the way that's taxed. What percentage of it is taxed when it hits your bank?
It's taxed based on capital gains with crypto. I would download cointracker.io to be able to measure your losses and gains, because the thing about crypto taxes is because if you accept
2 Bitcoin when Bitcoin is worth $100,000. That's 200 grand, right? But by the time it's tax time, the Bitcoins are only worth 40 grand. So you're not paying $200,000 worth of taxes when it's only worth 40 grand. You're paying whatever it's worth when you sell. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So CoinTracker is going to keep track of the fluctuations and the gains and the losses and what you realize. What you realize is what you basically claim as profits. So CoinTracker.io is going to keep track of that for you, and you can integrate that with your Coinbase Pro, or whatever crypto wallet that you're using.
All right, sounds good, man. Thank you.
Yep.
Hey Vic, one quick question: how are the fees with BitWallet?
I don't know, like 1-2%.
Okay, and I'm watching that Tigers Twins game, like you said. Bovada is saying the score is 2-4. ESPN app and the Real app are showing 1-4 still. Looks like ESPN was just way behind.
They're way behind. I'm getting 2-4.
But it hopped to plus 450 after that. So they scored and it hopped up.
Yeah, I noticed that as well. But honestly, I'm still sticking to it. I think one of these underdogs are going to win one of these games.
Yep. Appreciate the break. Thank you.
Yep.
Real quick, Vic. So you use Coinbase Pro as well with the BitWallet app?
It's just another option.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yep. Okay, we're ready to move on. The next thing that I want to talk to you guys about is just your discipline, because a lot of people tend to get into sports betting, and even with the utmost knowledge, even with the utmost, you could have inside information. You could win the game, and then you're like, okay, cool, I need another one. You go into a game that you don't have inside knowledge for, and you bet your profits, lose it. After you lose, you're like, oh no, I need to get that back. And then you lose again. You're like, damn, I need to get 2 of those back. And then you keep losing. So it's like an avalanche. It tends to pile up on you really quickly. You might start the day with $100 and then end up down $1,000. And trust me, it can go up just as quickly as it can go down. So what you need to do is understand bankroll management. I need everybody to type bankroll management in the chat. Because I can give y'all all the sauce, but if you bet like an idiot, you're going to lose your money like an idiot. Because I don't hit every single bet. But if you're over leveraging on the ones that miss, you're going to be very upset, and you're going to be trying to chase all your profits down. So bankroll management, 20 to 40% of your account. I need everybody to write 20 to 40%. Okay, 20 to 40. So if you have $1,000 account, what's your budget for the day?
200.
200 to 400.
Anywhere from 200 to 400. If I don't say a word about the climate, if I don't say a word about no turbulence, if I don't say a word about the lines being janky, you can go 400. But if I say, hey guys, pull the reins, it's going to be, the water's going to be a little crazy, then you can look at, 300 or 200. So as long as you're staying within that 20 to 40%, you should be profitable and be able to compound and build your account over time. That's if the bets are being good bets. So based on you guys' experience this week, have you seen the bets to be profitable, or have we lost more than we won?
No, bets are definitely profitable.
Profitable.
Okay.
Profitable.
So if you know that the bets have been profitable, then why not just stick to the program? If you know we're going to win more than we're going to lose every single day, why not just stick within your bankroll management and grow? It may be a little bit slower than the next guy, but it's guaranteed.
Agreed.
Everyone's like, damn, I want to hit 10 racks in a day. And I'm like, well, how much are you working with? I got 500. I'm like, all right.
We're trying to get like you.
You can turn that 500 into 10,000. That may take you a month, but you can turn 10,000 into 20,000 after month 2. We're gonna get there, guys.
Yeah.
We're gonna get there. Don't look at somebody else's ticket and be like, oh, I want to do the same thing. How do I do it? Oh, 7-leg parlay bet. Now you're at a $500 because we hit 6 for 7. But if you used bankroll management with that 500, you'd be at 750. Does that make sense?
Yep.
I need everyone to write self-control in the chat. I need everyone to write self-control in the chat, because without self-control, you are nothing in this world. I can be the best bettor on the planet. With no self-control, you will see me lose everything I have. No one forces you to place a bet, and no one forces your hand with the amount you're putting down. You're responsible for making sure you're always in your bankroll management. You're responsible for always making sure that you're not over leveraging. You're responsible for making sure your emotions are out of the game. Does that make sense? Saying the Rockies scored. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. Anyways, another thing that I use to help with discipline, or another thing that I recommend to people that feel like they lack it, is to get an Excel spreadsheet. Once you start treating this like a business, you're going to treat it like you're the businessman or the CEO. When you're treating it like you're just having fun, you're not going to limit yourself to any rules. You're not going to check back in and make sure your profits and your margins are matching your percents. You're not going to come back and look at your ROI on the day or the week. You're not going to look at any of that. So I think that that's what's going to set you guys apart. I think that's what's going to set you guys apart and help you guys when it comes to going forward. Do you guys agree?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, so besides what the moderators are going to do for your homework assignment, I want every single one of you to create an Excel spreadsheet. If you don't know how to create an Excel spreadsheet, then you were skipping class, but YouTube always got your back. So I need you guys to create an Excel spreadsheet that is able to help you calculate how much money you're putting in and how much money you're getting back. Shade it, color it, title it, make it look cute, do whatever you have to do to the point where you are steadily and consistently checking in with yourself and making sure that you're profitable day over day. And if you're losing, you have to know exactly how much you're losing, so you're not caught in a facade or thinking that you're winning when the whole time you've been down. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So we put balance.
They got this thing called Pickett too.
Okay, is that another way to track?
Yeah, it's an app.
Okay, whatever works for you. Whatever works for you. Whether it's Pickett's, Excel, you're using Action and tracking your bets. As long as you have something to track your bets and you're not just blindly betting and just blindly profiting. You need to have days where you pay yourself a certain amount. Like, okay, every Sunday I'm going to pay myself 30% of my account. If you have $1,000, what is 30% of your account on Sunday? What's your paycheck?
300. 300.
Okay, cool. Let's say you get $1,000. Let's say you're making $1,000 a week and you're paying yourself 30% of that a week. How much is 300 times 5 weeks in a month?
15.
Now you do that every month for the entire year. What's 1,500 times 12?
60,000.
60. Yeah.
1,500 times 12?
Oh no, it's 12K.
18K.
18K.
I'm getting 18,000. I'm getting 18,000. So 18,000 minus $60 a month for the year. Which one's better? Would you rather pay $60 a month to guarantee yourself $18,000 a year, or would you rather keep the 60 in your pocket and make nothing?
Rather pay this.
I'll pay 60.
Paying the 60.
So would you say that it is a good investment that has almost an enormous infinite upside versus keeping the $60 in your pocket and going to buy white Air Forces?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, now what's 18,000 times 10?
180,000.
Would you rather have $180,000 in your pocket additionally a year, or would you rather keep $60 in your pocket?
180K.
180,000.
180.
Okay. So what's 180,000 times 10?
1.8 million.
1.8 million.
Would you rather have 1.8 million added to your current salary every year, or would you rather keep $60 in your pocket?
1.8.
The answer is consistent. And now what you're thinking is, damn, it's probably going to take me a long time to get to that point where I'm making an additional 1.8 million in a year. I did all of the hard work for you. I had a $1.8 million month in February. So I'm just coming from the same place where you guys want to go. And you're like, Vic, how is it? Is it really a possibility for me to make $1.8 million in a year? I'm like, a year? I did that in a month. Trust me, it's lit when you get there. It's lit, but it's going to take patience. It's going to take you to be consistent. I've been doing this for 1,000 days. Everybody wants to make $1,000 in a day, but I've been doing this for 1,000 days, losing thousands. No, you can't hold a dollar. it's in crypto. No, I'm just playing. But so what I'm basically trying to emphasize is that it is there. The money is there. It's not going to leave when you get there. It's not running away. Vegas has a lot of money to give out. I need everyone to write in the chat, Vegas is rich.
Vegas is rich.
Everybody write down, Vegas is rich. The money is not going anywhere. I can hit them for 18 million tomorrow and they won't give a flying fuck. They might delete my Bovada, but they're not going to come kick my door down because they made 180.
Yo, Vic, real quick question. How much do you pay yourself every week? Like you said, is you pay yourself 30% every week?
Oh, no. I'm just giving y'all standard bankroll management. I have a fixated number that I pay myself every week now, no matter what it is. So 30% is like a good strategy when you're building up. And like I said, I'm speaking from where I was 2-3 years ago, just to apply to where you guys are in your current journey.
Yes. So 30% is a good amount. All right.
30% is a great amount.
That's a week or a month?
That's every week. 30% a week. Because you don't want to be in a situation where you're leaving all of your money inside your account and then something bad happens and then you look at your account balance and be like, I'm going to use you to get that money back. And then your money's like, no, wait, like I've seen you look like this before. Like, no. And then you're like, no, we're good. We're fine. And then you go hammer some bullshit and then you lose everything when the whole time you could have claimed 30% and that would have already been in your bank account. So that would have been safe and collected. Does that make sense?
Yep.
So you want to take some for yourself. There's a lot of people that work hard for a company and they're like, just give me stocks. Just give me the shares. And you work there for 2 years and you're like, just give me the shares. And then COVID happens. Shares go to zero. You look like a fool. You need to claim your profits. Everybody write in the chat, claim your profits. Claim your profits.
Claim your profits.
Are y'all having fun so far? This is the most fun studying I've ever done in my entire life. I heard somebody say they wasn't having no fun studying in high school. Now they can't wait to study.
Yeah, that was your boy. Yes, sir.
This is the most profitable studying I've ever done in my entire life. That's the best part. So I have a question. Do you feel like having a smart board like the one I have would elevate your ability to study, look at several picks at a time, like you're the king of the stock market?
Absolutely.
Definitely.
I've been looking at one already.
Yeah. So everybody trying to get a smart board?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's nice.
That'd be a blessing.
If you had the opportunity, to come study with me in Houston, would you come?
I'm getting in the car right now.
I bought my ticket.
Hey, I'm on.
I bought my own damn ticket.
We had already bought the ticket. We just canceled it, waiting for you, Vic, today.
Absolutely. Y'all got that flight credit in the chamber.
Drop the Addy.
JetBlue.
We already got the flight.
We need to schedule.
JetBlue right now.
We sending screenshots and shit. We got the flight ready.
Hey, y'all are funny.
I don't care if I got to get on
People with
Spirit.
crutches, right?
Man.
You take people with crutches.
I take off work.
I'm in A-Leaf. I'm driving.
I'm dead. Okay, cool. So I'm thinking I'm thinking about creating something where y'all can get a smart board and be able to come study with me. And honestly, I'm almost done creating like a package. So drop one in the chat if you would be interested in getting that package. It's not going to be cheap because obviously you're getting a smart board in the package. Drop a one in the chat if you would be interested.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
So I feel like people on the internet have tried to sell things by saying, hey, this works. Trust me on this. I'm going to show you, whether it's how to build a website, whether it's how to start a clothing brand, no matter what it is, people on the internet have tried to sell products. And 90% of the time, it'd be bogus, right?
Yeah.
It'd be bogus. You'd be like, man, he's not really doing them numbers, or he can't really teach me how to do that. That's just for him. He's making the money from the sale, right?
Right. Yeah.
You guys have watched me make tens, hundreds, millions with an S amount of money. Do you guys believe that what I am selling works? Yes or no?
100%.
Yeah. 1,000,000,000%.
How confident are you? How confident are
100%.
you that I would take care of you if you became one of my clients?
1,000%. 100%.
1,000,000%.
Heavy favorite, bro.
1,000%.
How confident are you in my ability to teach and relay information in a way that makes sense to you?
1,000,000,000%.
Perfect.
But you better than most college teachers.
The analogies are crazy.
I'm just asking because I was nodding off falling asleep in college. So I was like, shit, if I ever become a teacher, I'm gonna be the littest teacher there is.
Got that.
Do y'all feel like y'all had a good experience so far this week with learning and being able to translate the information into real life examples? Because we're seeing games go on ice right in front of our eyes.
Yeah.
100%.
Hell yeah.
Okay, cool. So I'm looking for a couple people. I really don't want too many people because I don't know all of y'all. I don't want too many people around me in Houston. We move with security, armed, all of that. But I do want to extend the opportunity to the first couple people who are actually serious about learning about this thing. Like I'm talking about cooking the vaccine 3 a.m. at my crib.
Yeah.
I'm there.
Hell yeah.
I'm trying to see who wants to quit their job and hit 20K in a parlay.
1,000%, bro. Right here, right now.
Hell yeah.
Let's
All
go,
day.
Vic. I'll run
Run a
from
background
Canada,
check
bro.
first.
I will get out.
How much it cost?
I mean, honestly, we shall see. Because right now it sounds great. But once I say, hey, we're not sleeping for 2 days, we got March Madness. Are you gonna be like, bet? Or are you gonna be like, nah, Vic, I gotta take a nap?
No, I'll be good.
Bro, it's game
Let me
time.
get sleep. Those in the coffee. I'm good.
So you said you're good. I didn't even say how much money we could win. Now, if I say we might be able to hit for $500,000, we just got to stay up for 2 days and crack this March Madness code.
That's easy,
Now, are you
bro.
in or are you in?
That's easy.
I'm in. What does it take?
I don't even know.
Do you guys think that sports betting can change your life based on what you've seen from my results?
Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
1,000%.
Okay. I want to be extremely vulnerable and extremely transparent with you guys. I'm 26 years old. My current net worth is a little bit over 10 million. But 7 years ago, I had $200 to my name. That $200, I started my clothing brand. I'm not sure how long you guys have been following me. I started my clothing brand for the low when I was in college, and I wasn't making money for a very long time doing it. The Tigers tied the game. I wasn't making money for a very long time doing it. So that was very depressing for me because I couldn't understand consumer science. But then I eventually got it. I eventually understand that success does truly love speed. I understood that I need to be dropping every week. I can't drag my feet when it comes to anything that I need to do. My assignments, everything that I need to complete, when I need to get my packages out. Success definitely loves speed. I've seen it happen. I've seen the two mate, and I'm a product of that reproduction, literally. The next thing I did was I saved up almost $700,000 just from selling clothes. And I eventually got into exotic cars when I got back to Houston and dropped out of school. And that was me doubling down on my business and taking a leap of faith. So I had the opportunity to get an engineering job that was paying me about $85,000 to $90,000 a year. But I decided that I would just take the money that I had saved and go out into the real world with no parachute. How many of you can take that type of leap or type of risk without knowing what the outcome is?
I do it right now.
Absolutely. I've already done it.
I bet.
Absolutely.
I'd be scared as
Yeah.
fuck, but I'll do it.
I'm a barber, man, and my clients are gonna hate me. They're gonna hate me.
I dropped out of college.
I don't even want to re-enlist, bro. I don't even want to re.
Okay. To continue on with the story, I eventually popped off in exotic cars. And you know what's so funny about where we are right now? I was doing an exotic car rental. I was actually doing a Turo drop off. And as I was handing the keys to my client, I turned around and I saw a dude wearing the same watch as me at the airport. And I was just like, wow, bust down out today, huh? And guess who was the guy wearing the watch?
Chris Johnson.
Wrong.
Mitch.
Was it Mitch?
It was Push Man Mitch.
True story.
Push Man Mitch. I walk up to him and I'm like, hey, yo, you're Mitch, right? And he was just like, yeah, what's good? And I was like, yeah, I go by Goat Vic. And he was actually on live. And it was funny because at the time when he was on live, I guess somebody heard that I said that I was Goat Vic. And somebody in the chat was like, oh, shit, you would Goat Vic. And I think that's what made Mitch be like, who is this guy? Right. And then he was like, yo, I'm going to tap in with you when you get back to the crib. Hit me up. So when I got back to the crib, I got on live with him. And he was like, yo, shout out to Go Big. I seen him, handling business in Houston. It was real inspiring. And we locked in. And ever since then, we've been bouncing ideas off of each other to help give back to the masses, because Mitch is another person that I really do look up to in the industry of financial education, because he's one of the other people that actually does and delivers on everything he says he's going to do. If Mitch says we're outside doing the run club at 5 a.m., Mitch is there at 4:55 carrying water bottles. Facts. If Mitch says we're going to do a mastermind in Miami on a yacht, Mitch is wiping down the yacht, making sure people can take pictures and ain't no stains on the yacht. Facts. So that's the type of work ethic that I gravitate towards. So if you're not willing to put in that type of work, leave right now. If you're not willing to put in that type of work, leave right now. Your challenge is over. Nobody's leaving.
No, I'm
so
sorry.
y'all are all willing to put in that type of work.
Yeah,
Yes,
sir.
Everyone's willing to put in that type of work.
Yes,
absolutely.
All right, the door is locked. I need everybody to copy Kyle and write locked in.
Locked in. Locked in.
Locked in. I opened the door and I said, look, the door's right there. I said, the door's right there. And now that you've typed locked in, welcome to the Illuminati. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh!
Yeah. I'm just fucking with y'all. I'm just fucking with y'all. Listen.
That was good.
Now that you are locked in verbally, I need you to be locked in physically, mentally, emotionally, financially. And what I mean by that is when I say, hey guys, we need to do this, don't ask questions. When I say Diamondbacks plus 1.5, do you ask a question?
No. Just do it.
When I say the game might go on ice here and become really boring, are you asking a question?
Nope. Follow instructions.
The more time you spend asking questions, the less time you have to take advantage of the opportunity, right or wrong.
Yes, sir.
Right. Imagine if you're arguing with me about the Diamondbacks game going on ice because it's in the fourth inning, and then we get to the seventh inning and you can't even get the same pick.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
You just jump in blindly because you trust my expertise, right?
Yeah.
I think that is the strongest skill of a good leader, when you can have people follow you blindly and still get to success. Yeah. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Now imagine without you guys being blind, instead of you guys being blind, imagine we all have our eyes open and we're all capable of leading. Wouldn't that be a beautiful army?
Unstoppable.
Beautiful. Hell yeah. Ain't nobody.
Imagine if there was 50 Goat Vics robbing Vegas every night.
They gonna be like, who the fuck?
No, you know what type of things we're doing. Not only are we going to change our own lives, not only going to change our families' lives. What we're going to do is we're going to come together. We're all going to be in the same group chat. We're going to come together and be like, how much did we hit for today? Oh, we're up 7 million. Okay, cool. A neighborhood just went for sale down the street. We have 6 acres of land, and they have a building plan, and all they want is 3 million up front. Who wants in?
Facts. I like that.
Now we're turning that fast money into what?
Generational wealth.
Longevity.
Forever money. Fast money into forever money. I need everybody to write forever money in the chat.
Forever money.
Because you might hit a parlay for 20 bands and then lose it tomorrow. But if you hit for today, if you hit today for 20 racks and put 15,000 on Airbnb, you got that money coming in. Whether it's $300, $400, $500 a month, it's still coming.
Yep.
No more parlays. It's still coming. So we're going to turn that fast money into forever money, and we're going to do that as a team. But for us to be on a team and for us to actually move efficiently and effectively, I need you guys to do exactly as I say. And I know that sounds scary right now, but when it comes down to them picks, you jump.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Yes, sir.
You jump.
Sir.
You jump. When I say Diamondbacks plus 1.5, yes, sir, yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Sir, yes, sir.
Sir, yes, sir.
Sir.
So when I give you the opportunity to elevate your knowledge, when I give you the opportunity to change your game, when I give you the opportunity to say, hey, if you do this, I have the opportunity to help you. I have the opportunity to fly you out. Let's get you some resources. Who needs a smart board? We're not even going to do the 55. We're going to do the 75. Who needs an iPad? Who needs to invest in a company that they're doing? Who wants to start a trucking company? I'll go half with you.
Hell yeah.
That's what we're trying to build. We're trying to build forever money. This is not about sports. This is not about sports. This is not about athleticism. This is not about winning streaks, losing streaks. This is not about who's the coldest pitcher, batter, hitter. This is about making money and changing our lives.
Yep.
If it was turtle races that we were betting on, I only care about the money that I'm getting from the turtles. Fuck the turtles. Fuck those turtles. We're replacing them with other human beings that have been scamming us all along.
It's crazy.
If you remember what I said in the chat, I said post-game interviews are so stupid now.
Yeah.
You ask a player that clearly rigged the game, what do you feel like y'all need to do to win the next one? Yeah, we just didn't execute. There was a couple things that we could fix. Dude, you got a script.
Yeah.
You got a script. All this is theater art. So to hell with the players. They're getting paid millions of dollars to lie in our faces. But now this is our get back. I need everybody to write get back.
Get back. Oh yeah.
I need everybody to write get back in the chat. Because I grew up watching sports and I grew up thinking that shit was legit.
Me too.
Now the fact that it isn't, I need a seat at the table because of shit. If y'all scamming me, I need to start scamming with y'all.
Yeah.
I need a seat at the table. Y'all can't be getting $300 million Supermaxes while I'm at home at work.
Shit.
Oh, definitely.
Hell yeah.
The reason why these players are getting paid so much and so often is hush money.
Yeah.
If I'm in the NBA and they offer me $100 million contract, you think I'm gonna tell people that this shit is scripted?
Hell no.
Somebody walks up to me and says, "Is the game scripted?" I said, "Shit, I'm out here trying my best. But I'm out here trying to get a championship for the city." I said, "I put my blood, sweat, and tears on that court. What you mean it's scripted?" Man, I know them boys be having a heart attack when somebody come up to them and say, "Hey, you know the game's scripted, right?" They be who said that? Having nightmares, thinking it's a test, but they know to stand on their own 2 feet and say, "No, we're putting our blood, sweat, and tears. We left it all on that court." No, the fuck you did not.
No way.
No, you did not. So I also wanted to highlight and go over the opportunity of becoming a moderator in one of the greatest chats in the country. Does anybody feel like they have what it takes to not only call picks for themselves, but call picks for thousands of people around the world?
Oh yeah.
Honestly, I'm not there yet. I can get
down.
It's a dirty job.
Yeah.
It is a dirty job. I'd rather clear up the word. It's a dirty job, but it's a high-paying job. The reason why I say it's a dirty job is because the stress of a moderator is different from the stress of anything else.
Yeah.
I can go out in public and be at the grocery store, picking out bread. Someone walks up to me and says, "Hey, your GOAT Vic, I've been making so much money from your chat. It's been lit." A week later, we're in a losing streak. I'm at HEB. I'm at Kroger. Somebody walks up to me. You think they're gonna say, "Hey, Vic, I've been making so much money"?
Fuck you, Vic.
They're gonna say, "Yeah, that's him. Let's get him." Whole time I didn't drop anything. They just thought Remus was me. Whole time they thought Max was me. Whole time they thought Jack was me. So I carry the sole most liability just because I created the platform. So imagine how hard I study, because I know that not only is my safety on the line, but the well-being of my company is also on the line.
Yes, sir.
So when I say who wants to become a moderator, don't come running like, yeah, I can handle it. Can you?
Yeah.
No, definitely.
Yeah, for sure.
That's the goal. Gotta
We
build it.
shall see.
Yeah.
We shall see. Sounds great, but we shall see.
More for consistency, like track record. What you looking for?
I think I'm looking for a lot of things. Energy, charisma, humor, damage control abilities, generosity. Are you giving things away? Proper use of platform, business ethics. When you're put in front of thousands of people, are you promoting bullshit? Are you directing people the way they trust you to be directed? Are you taking advantage of your platform? Or are you helping people, which is the exact position that you were put in there for? So it's not just who's the best or who's the smartest. It's about who you are as a person.
Okay.
You get what I mean? When one of your teammates is slacking, or you're in an argument about a pick, are you going to embarrass them in front of the chat? Are you gonna talk shit about them to people that are DMing? Or are you gonna help your brother study and figure out why he's making the picks he's making?
It's a team effort.
I've had people where I've had to fire people because they argue about picks, and then they throw each other under the bus when the pick goes wrong. So you can be the best. That's tough. But if you're not a team player, you can't play on my team.
Yeah. Thanks.
So we all need each other. No matter, I can go undefeated for the rest of the year, I still need Remus to hype me up. I still need Jack to drop a home run when I'm sick. I still need Max to cook while I'm fast asleep. Everyone has their role, and if you cannot get in and play your role as a team player, then you're not playing on my team. It's plain and simple. Now, if you feel like you can play on the team and provide value and actually help us out, drop a 1 in the chat.
Got you, Vic.
Got you.
Now, I'm not hiring anyone who has not met me in person, came down to Houston for an in-person meeting, and is not capable of pulling an all-nighter. Because trust me, it sounds great until it's taking a toll on your body. It sounds great, but when I call you and I say, "Hey, wake up," I call Jack at 3 a.m. And my girlfriend looks at me like, "Who are you calling?" And I'm like, "One of my moderators." She's like, "It's 3 a.m. And by the time she gets the M part, hello?
What's good?
And she looks at me like, "Wow, they must love you." And I'm like, we love each other. We take care of each other. If I need something at 3 a.m., whether it's, "Hey, confirm this pick for me," or, "Hey, yo, my tire busted," Jack is going to pick up.
Thanks.
So it's deeper than, "Hey, let's make some money tomorrow." We're looking out for each other. Max's dad had a heart attack. Max wasn't in the chat for about 2 weeks. Max was taking care of his dad. Max actually saved his dad's life. He gave his dad CPR after he had a seizure or something that happened with his cardiac health. And Max was in the hospital with his dad every day for 2 weeks.
Shout out.
We checked in with Max every day. We held the chat down. I locked in 2 times harder because I knew if we didn't have Max, we didn't have anybody betting in the morning. We didn't have any tennis. Max is a good dude, you know, but things happen. Trail's friend died 3 weeks ago. He wrote a little statement about that, and that motivated him to go harder. But at the same time, he wasn't able to drop picks for a couple days. That means I got to pick up the slack. Me and Remus got to pick up the slack. Me and Jack got to go give out plus 5,000 singles. So when everything looks like it's good on the front end, just know that the back end is even better. We've developed something that is far from the bottom line being what it is. We developed something that is like, it's outside of money. This is bigger than making $100,000 in a day. It's way bigger than that.
The brotherhood.
It's a brotherhood. Kentrell's car broke down on his way to the gym, and I bought him a new car 2 weeks later for his birthday.
I saw it. What's up?
This is deeper. This is deeper than what you think. So if you are ready to join the Alliance, if you are ready to join, shit, we damn near the Avengers at this point. If you're ready to join the Avengers, if you will do whatever it takes, if you are locked in, like you said you were earlier.
Yeah.
I don't have no liars in here, do I?
No.
No, sir.
You are locked all the way in, like you said you were earlier. We'll see. Talk is cheap.
Yep.
Let you have a losing day as a moderator 6 months from now. You're gonna want to jump off a motherfucking balcony. The world hates me. They're sending me death threats. Everybody's losing $12. Trust me, it's gonna fuck your head up. I can have 12 days where I go clean sweep. On the 13th day, if I don't sweep, I feel like my life is over. I'm useless. The amount of stress that is weighed on your mental, the amount of discipline that is required to do the things that we do. Are you really ready?
Yes, sir.
Who thinks they're really, truly, honestly ready?
Yep. It's another option.
Who thinks they're ready to be taken under my wing and being able to print money at will?
I'm ready. No.
The power that we possess, quite literally, is power that no one on the planet has ever seen before. Give me enough time and I will be richer than Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk. Give me enough time. Give me enough time. Give me enough time and I'll be richer than Drake. I'll be richer than Messi. I'll be richer than Ronaldo. Guess what? All these people, they work for somebody else. Somebody cuts them a check. Somebody sells them the shares. They all work for somebody else. They all have intense liability. They have to make sure their company's performing. They have to make sure their employees are happy. They have to stay away from internet scandals. This is the easiest, most passive way to print money off your fucking phone. I could tell you to go trade in the stock market. It's gonna take you 6 months to learn technical analysis. I could tell you to go trade in the stock market after you learn technical analysis. It's gonna take you another 6 months to get your discipline right. I could tell you to go trade a year after you started trading. You'd be like, I don't have enough money yet. I lost it all in the first year that I tried. I quit. If I tell you the pick today, you will make money today, right or wrong.
Facts.
If I wanted to make everyone, if I wanted to give everyone in here $1,000 as a gift, it's not coming from my bank account. It's coming from Bovada. I'm gonna say, go put this in and go put this much on it. I'll see you in 2 hours. What type of power is that?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Are you ready to wield that? Do you have the capacity to wield that power?
Yep.
Yes,
The
sir.
mental capacity? Do you have the discipline to wield that power? Can you sleep at night knowing that you have a money printer going on?
Yes, sir.
No.
Like a baby.
Oh. It's gonna keep you up.
Yeah.
Like, how do I work this thing? How do I work this thing? Right, Johnny? No way. That printer needs to be worked on. I'd be up 5 a.m., no energy drink, no coffee. I don't even drink none of that. I'd be cracked out staring at my screen. How do I make this thing print?
Oh.
How do I make this thing print? The first time I ever have $1 million week, I've had a $700,000 week. So for those of y'all that are confused, I haven't had $1 million week yet. but the first $1 million week I have, I'm going to give away half of it.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn. The reason why is because if I own the printer, what is money?
Giving back.
Right.
If I own the printer, what is money? I would rather be the guy who can hand out $500,000 versus being the guy who wins $500,000. Who would you rather be?
The guy hands out.
I'd rather be the guy that can hand it out, because where the hell did you get it from?
Yeah.
True.
Out of thin air. Vegas. Took it from Vegas.
I borrowed it. I borrowed it. And when they ask me, oh my gosh, Victor, thank you so much, they're going to say, where'd you even get this money from? I'm going to say, I borrowed it. They're going to say, well, you have some really nice friends. I'm like, yep, those are my friends. Aaron Judge, my bestie. Mookie Betts, that's the homie.
Kershaw.
Man, Kershaw, he a op, but he cool sometimes.
What about Denise?
Hey, Denise Coates, that's my mentor. There's so many roles and there's so many things that are gonna change you guys' perspective on this. Guardians up 5-0. We talked about that one yesterday. We didn't love it, but we liked it. But I like 5-0.
Hedge.
I'm the hedge. You roached on that last night. I'm the hedge.
This is the first inning too. Shit.
5-0 in the first. Yeah. Insane.
Yeah, we hedging right now.
And they were underdog, right?
Yeah. They
I
were.
think
Minus 120. Wait, Padres is 124. That's the
Hey Vic, when you hedging,
Yeah,
what are
so
you
that
leaning
the
towards?
Guardians were underdog. You said what?
When you hedging, are you leaning towards the money line or are you leaning towards the spread?
If you took the Guardians plus 1.5, then it's safe to take the Padres money line, because if the Padres come back and win by 1, you're getting whatever odds you grab that at, which is something like plus 600 or 700, and you're also getting your original pick with the plus 1.5.
So you pay both ways.
Right.
Yeah.
So I say all that to say, and I wrap up, and I'm trying to finish up with this, that if you're locked in as you say you are, then when I say jump, your response should be
how high?
Sir, yes, sir.
Words. I'm just running.
Okay. So
Yes,
Vic, bro, we
sir.
talked about something, man, and I'm just seeing you cooking, bro. And I'm seeing everybody super engaged. And yo, so first of all, before we even start talking about what we talking about earlier, bro, you deserve your flowers, man. Everybody take themselves off mute and give this man his flowers right now, because this is past him. He's talking about ways to influence you, your family, and anybody that comes into contact with you with this type of skill that he's teaching y'all. But not only that, but him just taking the time to really show this when he doesn't have to. Everybody take themselves off mute and give him his flowers real quick, man. Just give him a quick shout out. Let's go. Take yourself off mute.
Yeah, the GOAT. What is shit?
Hey man, you're changing a lot of people's lives.
Appreciate that.
We
Appreciate that.
I really do appreciate you, Go.
I like that.
I chop in your messages here and there, man, just to let you know, man.
You're
I
him,
know I'm
Vic.
trying to bother
You're
you too
him.
much because I know you be busy, but really appreciate you, man. Been great.
All right, y'all. All right, free. Very well
much,
done. Very well done.
Learning so much, man. Learning so much, man. Damn.
There we
I
go. There
appreciate
we go.
y'all.
Hey,
I
yo, listen,
appreciate y'all.
that's a lot of love for Vic, man. I don't think y'all know. He really appreciates it. And I think we were talking about it earlier, and he told me before this challenge even started, he was looking for a protege. After watching how engaged y'all have been through this whole week, he was like, look, I can't just take one of them, but we clearly can't take all of y'all. It's too many. So what we wanted to do was, he told me about a program that he wanted to run by y'all. If y'all give me y'all permission, I would love to offer it to y'all. Well, he was letting me know what he might want to do for a couple of y'all. He just was basically just asking y'all. He just testing y'all to see if this what y'all really want, because he doesn't want anybody that's not hungry. He doesn't want anybody that's not going to be hard working, that's really going to lock in. That's why he asked y'all if y'all willing to do an all-nighter with him, if y'all willing to really get busy. He wants all hungry people with him. So this is what he wanted to do. He wanted to offer y'all, If y'all already felt like just 5 days, he gave y'all more than $297 worth. If y'all feel like that, drop a flame in the chat. If he gave y'all more than $97 worth, drop a flame in the chat. How much more would y'all have paid for this event?
Shit, 10 times that.
10 times
Whatever the
that.
amount, man.
How much?
for real,
How much
10
more
times.
y'all would have paid for this information?
It's crazy information.
For this network, y'all drop some numbers in the chat. Drop some numbers in the chat. How much y'all would have paid for this information?
Whatever you want.
That's crazy.
How much would you pay for a money printer?
I paid $1,000
gets
for the
real.
lifetime chat, dog. No questions asked.
All right, so look, so this is what we said, man. Look, this is for the first couple people because honestly, he said that look, he wanted one, we're gonna take a couple, but we only could take a few. Maybe I don't know what you feel like, Vic. Maybe 30 of them, maybe.
Damn, man, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna need a bigger house.
Maybe look,
like 20, like 20.
Yo, he said y'all been so engaged, man. I said, look, we need to create something so we can keep up this momentum. 5 days is just not enough. We really want y'all to learn how to actually be able to bet and not only just bet, but be confident, be able to know all the different strategies and be able to move exactly how Vic moved. So if you serious, we wanted to offer this something if I can have y'all permission. Everybody drop a flame in the chat if I got y'all permission to tell y'all this offer.
Yes, sir.
I only want to tell it to y'all if it's cool.
Y'all don't want to be sold.
I only want to tell y'all if it's okay with y'all. Y'all let me know if it's good.
Yeah, it's good, bro.
I see flames in chat. All right, cool. So first of all, he wanted to see if y'all wanted to kick it with him for the next 3 months and be mentored by him personally. If y'all don't know about Vic, he does not do mentorships. So he is taking y'all with him for the next 3 months to be mentored with him. He want to actually give y'all recordings of this whole challenge so y'all can go over it. He said he's going to throw in his course that he just made. He just made a course specifically for you guys to have. He's not selling this outside of this 5-day challenge. He's not telling this mentorship outside of this challenge. It's only strictly for y'all. And I told him, I said, I'll throw in my course too. I got a deluxe rental car course that go for $2,500 that teach you everything about credit, how to rent cars the same way Vic was doing. We make money like that right now. Also, he gonna put you on a private Telegram group where y'all can continue to do what y'all been doing, studying together, staying up late, calling picks, everything y'all been doing this whole week. And he's making sure y'all able to get into his betting group as well. So some of y'all already in there. And for the first 10 people that want to sign up for this offer, only for the first 10, we're going to be able to give y'all a smart board. And he's loved this smart board for y'all. He wants y'all to really be able to tap in and do it the same way that he does it. See all the picks and games the same way that he does. And also we have one in-person mastermind where y'all get to come and meet Vic in person. I'm going to pull up myself, a couple other multi-millionaires we're going to pour into y'all over a weekend. So if y'all interested in doing that, we're going to drop the link for y'all to be able to sign an application because we cannot take all of y'all. Listen to me when I say this, and we're being very, very serious. It is too many of y'all. We cannot take all of y'all. So make sure that once we drop this application, success, love, speed. Remember what we talked about since day one. Y'all remember what happened to the first people who signed up and did homework. Y'all remember the first people who got into this challenge. So what do you think is going to happen for the first couple people that get into this actual mastermind? So if that's you and you really want to tap in with Vic, I'm dropping an application. You can apply, but it's not going to be for everybody. If you are interested in getting into it, no matter what the price is, let me tell y'all something else that we did just for y'all because we've been in business for so long. And I've put my business on this to make sure that y'all be able to level up and not only just get coaching, but actually learn how to develop and build up. So I've put my financing company to have in-house financing to make sure no matter what price point we put on this, everybody can get approved no matter what credit score you got. So the money should never stop y'all from applying. So if you're serious and you're not curious and you want to change your life and you want to tap in my boy Go Vic for the next 3 months and then meet him in person and then get his private coaching, tap in and grab that link. If you're going to just take everybody who's signing up right now, take yourself off mute right now. I want to hear who's going to sign up and you already know you all in. You locked in. Let's go.
Yeah, right now.
Take yourself off mute.
Right now.
Say you locked in.
Signing up right now.
Locked in right now.
Baby.
Run it out right now.
After y'all fill out your applications, go ahead and put I'm locked in the chat. I'm gonna go check. That's for general admission too. General admission, y'all welcome to get in on it too.
Application submitted.
I'll check on my credit score. My credit score is right, man.
Yeah. No matter what credit score you got, we can get you financed. We not really worried about where you at now. We trying to take you to where you want to be. We're not really focused on where y'all are today. We're trying to see where y'all want to be. We're trying to really build the future. Like he said, he's trying to do something where we can collaborate. How much more powerful will we be if it's multiple Vics out here being able to call bet this way, being able to have this access to capital, being able to make investments with each other, being able to stay up, study late, and have somebody to hold you accountable. Make sure if you're really serious about changing your life, get in the room. Let's tap in.
You send them the link one more time.
Yeah, we dropped the link. And we're going to drop the link because we just made it. So we're going to drop the link right here in your emails as well. And we're going to text it to you, even if you don't get it right here on the chat. Make sure you get it. We just dropped it again. There we go.
And one more thing. We'll probably be able to finalize everything that we want to offer to you guys tomorrow. So like I said, or like Mitch said earlier, we have dedicated over $50,000 to make sure the first 10 people get a smart board with their purchase. So if that's not enough for you to sign up and come lock in and come fly out here, meet me, meet Mitch, and meet all the other millionaires in our network, then I don't know what's going to get y'all out here. You get a smart board for coming.
Soon, bro.
Them bitches ain't cheap.
Yep. Can we put in 2 applications?
Hey, yo, listen. So this is very exclusive, yo. This is not even like an outside offer. Please believe Vic probably will never do nothing like this again. Y'all better take advantage of this opportunity. Like, again, he said, that's love speed. I had to low-key convince Vic to do this. He was like, yo, I really just want to take one of them, man, and really see what they can do. I said, no, bro, they engaged. They staying up late. They want this. They want to level up. We need more rich friends. I'm just saying, we need more people to cover this tab. I want to play bill roulette when we going out to dinner like this. I'm tired of having to cover the bill. If y'all want to be the money printer, not the one who got to wait till somebody gives them a gift or gives them an opportunity, you're the one giving the opportunities. You're the money printer. You're the resource. You're the value. You're the plug. So if you want to become the plug, comment plug in the chat. Let's go.
Yes, sir.
Let's go.
You gotta become the plug. There's no way to avoid it. So it's either you can pay. Look, it's only a couple ways to get the information and close that IG. Remember I was telling y'all about it? You can close that information gap. It's only a couple ways to do it. You can serve your way. So you gotta hope that Vic needs somebody to serve him and just go be a do boy and run around and he just luckily like you and teach you. You can pay your way, which is the easiest way, right? Or you can work. You can get a job for somebody like Vic to work and then learn. So this is the easiest way because guess what happens when you pay? You pay attention. Guess what happens when someone else is getting paid? They give you more value. How many people on here ever got a free haircut? You know what happened when you get a free haircut? You the last person to get your haircut. You get the worst service. 50 people can get in front of you because they paying. If you ever get a friend who's a tattoo artist and he the dopest in the city, he tell you, hey, look, you my homie, you get free tattoos. You go, oh, I'm gonna pull up this Saturday. I want to get my sleeve done. They gonna be like, I'm gonna push you behind so-and-so. I got an appointment at 12 and this, like, yo, I wanted to get mine. You said it was free. Free service, that's free effort. So, like I said, y'all can become the plug and be able to pay your way to get into all his mistakes. He already put 3 years of time and effort. He's already giving you strategies this week where y'all make money while doing the challenge. So imagine what you're going to be doing for the next 3 months. That's all I got to say about it. I think the opportunity speaks for itself. We're going to make sure the first select few, he cannot take everybody. I think it's over, 200-300 people in this challenge. I don't think we only can fit, 20, 30 of y'all. So make sure you understand the opportunity. Success loves speed. I'm gonna see y'all on the other side. I don't know if you got something else you want to say to him, Big Boy. We about to get up out of here.
I think the only thing that I do have to say is you all made a personal commitment to yourselves. This commitment is not to me. I already have money. Like I'm good. Like if I don't see any of y'all ever again, whether you got enough knowledge or not, I'm gonna be okay. This commitment is for you and the people that look at you anytime you walk into your front door. Who's depending on you? So write down who's depending on you when you walk into your house. Is it your daughter? Is it your dog? Is it your cat? Is it your wife? Is it your girlfriend? Is it your dad? Is it your mom? You want your parents to feel comfortable when they see you and be like, okay, he's going to be fine or she's going to be fine. So who's depending on you? This is not about me. This is a personal commitment to yourself and the people around you. So write down who is depending on you to see you succeed. Who's depending on your success? Because I had $200 to my name when I was 19 years old. People I haven't even met yet. That's the most powerful answer, because a lot of people that base their situation based on the situation that they're in right now. You might meet somebody in 2 weeks who needs something from you. And if you're not capable of providing, then what are you capable of? That's all I have to say, honestly. I feel like I done gave y'all enough game, but there's so much more. There's so much more. There's so many opportunities. There's so many hands you could shake. You might make $100,000 betting with Goat Vic, but then you might meet somebody at the mastermind or meet somebody at the in-person or whenever y'all come to my crib. There's going to be other millionaires in the building. They're going to put you on with real estate. Mitch is going to put you on with rental cars and Airbnbs. They're going to put you on everything that you need to know. Yeah, I got guys that do yacht rentals and making $250,000 a month. They're going to put you on that because you're going to be in the room. Now, this time when you get in the room, you're not getting in the room with $1 in a dream. You're getting in the room with $100,000 in execution. So I'm giving y'all the opportunity. If I didn't have what I have, none of y'all would be here.
That's facts.
If I didn't have what I have, I couldn't convince any of y'all to come and spend the entire week with me and learn whatever I got to teach.
Right.
You trust me because you've seen me build who I am. You trust me because you see the cars, the cribs, the investments, the businesses. You see all of that. That's why you're here. You're curious. You're like, how can I make Vic's life my life?
Yeah.
This is your chance. So you tell them you came all this way just to back out because you don't believe in yourself.
Vic, send it, boys.
I left the door open. I said, if you want to leave, get the fuck out. Y'all said, Vic, I'm good. I'm locked in. I don't do these. If you ask about me, they're like, Vic doing a 5-day seminar? Vic? Which Vic? I'd rather be hooping. So the fact that I sacrificed my entire week just to give y'all something that doesn't help me at all, I helped y'all make money. I sacrificed my entire week to help y'all make money. Let that sink in.
Yeah.
Let that sink in. I didn't sacrifice my week to make money for myself. I sacrificed my week to help you make money. Whatever money you gave me so far, I already had it. The money that I'm giving you is new money. And it's not going to stop. So understand, when you see the options, when you see the package, when you see what I've built for you guys, think about who needs it more. And that's all I have to say. Honestly, it's been fun. It's been really cool. Tomorrow is going to be a day where we try to get everybody that we need, everybody that feels like they're qualified on board. And the rest of y'all, hey, the ship is about to sail. Who's coming?
Let's make it happen.
Who we leaving on the dock?
Yeah. Hey, y'all, another thing I keep seeing people ask what the price is. The only question y'all need to ask about is how much is it going to cost you if you don't go?
Facts.
It
don't matter what that price is. I just told y'all a couple of things that y'all really need to be concerned about. No matter what your credit score is, even if you don't have the cash, we can get you financed 100%. Don't matter what your credit score is. So this means now if you're asking what the price is, the only price you need to worry about is what you're going to pay if you don't go, if you don't learn. How much more you're going to lose betting by yourself? How much without the trainer, without getting the help on the what are you going to lose? How much more are you going to spend if you don't? That's the only question. So like you said, we're going to continue to see who really wants it. We can't take everyone. It's not something that we got to talk about for a long time because I already know that there were serious people in this group. They've been in the Telegram all day and night. So it does not matter. I promise you that. Those 20 spots or 30 spots will be filled right away. First 10 people get a smart board. We spending big money. We haven't had no problem spending money all week. We've been giving out thousands. We've been giving out PS5s. We've been giving out iPads, all of that. coffee, Chick-fil-A, I don't know what else. But not only that, because y'all got to realize, y'all got to ask yourself, how do you want to be treated? What type of life do you want to have? Vic always talk about flying first class. That's something we can't teach you about. You got to go see that for yourself. You got to understand the difference between economy and first class. It's just, I like to go places where they treat me how I wanted to be treated. Y'all came to a challenge that we had. We wanted to treat y'all how we want to be treated. Yo, look, y'all getting Starbucks. Well, I like Starbucks. I like Chick-fil-A. Look, I would love to be if I did my homework, guess what? I get $1,000 for just being first on doing my homework. I would love to be getting rewarded for me actually listening to what my coach said. So that's what I like. So that's what we provided for y'all. It wasn't nothing in between. We would provide y'all with what we like. So I take Uber Blacks because I like for them to wait a little bit longer for me. I like to take my time. I like to make sure I'm 6'5". I like to make sure the car big enough. I like to make sure they got a charger every time. Y'all take Uber X's where it could be a little Prius. It could be a Sentra. You don't know. I know I want me a Uber Black, Escalade, AC works. You know what I'm saying? I can kick back and chill and be treated how I want to be treated. I stay in hotel suites because I already know I like to make sure I'm treated the right way. The bellman, I tip them good, so they bring my bags up and they come and check on me every time. That's what I do. That's what I like. So if you like that type of lifestyle, I can't teach you. You can only look for yourself. So if you want to see how it looks like to be mentored by someone coming back from where you're trying to go, and you got not only Vic, when Vic is mentoring you, I'm mentoring you too. I'm going to be there. I'm going to also be there trying to help y'all level up to get those resources. It's bigger than just making money. That's why the first lesson was mindset. This stuff is bigger than just making money. Anybody can make money. All of y'all can make money. If I told everybody on here to go make $100 today, y'all can go make $100, right?
Yeah.
It's not a money problem. Y'all don't got a money problem. Y'all got a distraction problem. Y'all got a discipline problem. Y'all trying to live y'all life and have fun and do that. He said, can y'all stay up all night with me while we pulling all-nighters? He ain't say, oh, look, I'm going to have guaranteed to give you money no matter what you do. No, you got to be able to stay up all night. We looking for people who hungry. The opportunity's there. So again, I just wanted to end it with that. Much love, Vic, man. Tribute. Like, I just want to really, it's an ode to your work ethic, man. Even this group of guys you brought here, these dudes be up all night getting to it, bro. You really found some real killers. I hope y'all join so I can just be able to network with y'all myself. I'm trying to look, we get better by y'all getting better. So I can't wait to meet some of y'all. Y'all pull up to Houston. I'm gonna be there at the mastermind in person. The masterminds we do normally be a 3-day situation. So I'll be able to kick it with y'all for a few days, be able to bring some of my multimillionaire homies to teach y'all some things that y'all probably never heard about ever in life. And exposure is key. I might be able to expose y'all to some things that you might just have to tweak one thing that you already got going on in your life. $100,000, $500,000. It's really just like that. So if you understand how osmosis works, everything isn't taught, it's caught. So some of y'all don't need to watch my mouth. Y'all might just got to put you on a room with some of these dudes so y'all can catch some of this bag. Because if you do it, it could change everything. Vic life going to be the same if y'all go or not. But what would your life look like if you go? Or if you just stay doing what you already do? And that's that. Application right there. Fill it out. I see y'all tomorrow. Day 5. That was it. All right, y'all.
Thank you, Big. Thank you, Mitch.
Thanks, man. Appreciate you so much.
Hey, Tiger's about to win. Fuck with me.